Welcome to Monks Living Legends. This documentary explores remarkable stories of monks who have defied time and nature with their extraordinary lifestyles and beliefs. Join me as we delve into these extraordinary lives, seeking to understand their incredible feats of spiritual discipline. These are not just monks, they are living legends, their legacies woven into the very fabric of human spiritual heritage. In the formidable ice-crowned expanse of the Himalayas, Earth's highest mountain range, there exist communities of monks whose lives are as remote and awe-inspiring as the peaks that surround them. These are not mere recluses, they are practitioners of ancient spiritual disciplines, choosing lives of extreme austerity in pursuit of enlightenment. Here, where the air is thin and the silence profound, broken only by the howl of the wind or the distant crack of a glacier, they engage in practices that defy our modern understanding of human capability. Their monasteries, often clinging precariously to sheer cliff faces, are bastions of a faith that has endured for millennia, far removed from the clamor of the world below. Among these Himalayan ascetics, there are whispers and indeed documented accounts of individuals who have achieved states of physical stillness that are almost beyond comprehension. Imagine, if you will, a human being remaining motionless, not for hours or days, but for years, even centuries. These are not statues carved from stone, but living beings, their vital signs apparently subdued to an almost imperceptible level. Journeying from the stark, icy heights to the verdant islands of Japan, we encounter Honen, a 12th century monk. He challenged the complex Buddhist practices of his time, making spirituality accessible to all. Honen's teachings focused on Amida Buddha and the Pure Land, emphasizing faith and the recitation of Nembutsu, Namu Amida Butsu. Our journey now takes us to Southeast Asia, to Thailand, where an astonishing discovery unveiled a story of extreme devotion and an ancient practice aimed at achieving a form of spiritual immortality. This is the tale of Luang Po Dang, a monk whose ultimate act of faith led to his own self-mummification, a process undertaken with conscious intent while still alive. His story is not merely one of preservation, but of a profound spiritual discipline, a testament to the belief that the physical body can become a vessel for enduring spiritual power, transcending the usual decay that follows death. Luang Po Dang, who passed away in 1973 at the age of 79, had meticulously prepared for his final transition. He followed a rigorous ancient regimen designed to gradually eliminate fats and fluids from the body, consuming a special diet of nuts, seeds, and specific herbs, and engaging in intense meditation. This arduous process, undertaken over years, was not aimed at prolonging physical life in the ordinary sense, but at transforming the body into an incorruptible relic, a Sokushin Butsu, or a Buddha, in this very body. We now travel to the heart of China, to the legendary Shaolin Monastery, a name synonymous with breathtaking martial arts. But, the origins of Shaolin Kung Fu are deeply intertwined with a figure of immense spiritual significance: Bodhi Dharma, an Indian Buddhist monk who journeyed to China in the 5th or 6th century. Bodhi Dharma is revered as the first patriarch of Chan, or Zen, Buddhism in China, a school that emphasizes direct experience and meditation over scriptural study. His arrival marked a pivotal moment in the development of Chinese Buddhism. Legend tells us that upon his arrival at the Shaolin Temple, nestled in the Songshan Mountains, Bodhidharma found the monks to be physically weak, and often falling asleep during long meditation sessions. He observed that their spiritual practice, while sincere, lacked the physical vitality necessary to sustain the rigorous demands of deep contemplation. True enlightenment, he believed, required a harmonious balance between mind and body. Our journey takes us back to the formidable Tibetan Plateau, a land of soaring peaks and profound spirituality, to uncover the story of Marpa Lotsawa, also known as Malotawa, the Great Translator. Living in the 11th century, Marpa undertook perilous journeys from Tibet to India not once but 3 times, and a further journey to Nepal, driven by an insatiable thirst for authentic Buddhist teachings. In an age without modern transport or maps, these expeditions were fraught with danger, crossing treacherous mountain passes, facing bandits, and enduring extreme weather conditions. Marpa's primary mission was to seek out and study with the great Indian Buddhist masters, the Mahasiddhas. and to bring back to Tibet the precious Dharma teachings, particularly the Vajrayana, or Tantric Buddhist lineages, which were flourishing in India at the time but were less established in his homeland. He spent many years in India, diligently learning Sanskrit, receiving empowerments and mastering complex meditative practices and philosophical systems under renowned gurus like Naropa and Maitripa. We now journey to 19th century India, a land rich with diverse spiritual traditions, to encounter Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, a mystic and saint whose life and teachings offered a luminous vision of religious harmony. Born in a humble village in Bengal, Ramakrishna displayed spiritual inclinations from a very young age. As a priest at the Dakshineswar Kali temple near Kolkata, his intense longing for a direct experience of God led him on an extraordinary spiritual quest, exploring various paths within Hinduism and beyond. Ramakrishna's spiritual practice was characterized by its intensity and its inclusivity. He immersed himself in different forms of Hindu worship, realizing the Divine Mother Kali, then Rama, then Krishna. He practiced Tantra, Vedanta, and even explored other faiths. Our exploration now leads us to the vast, windswept steppes of Mongolia, where, a remarkable discovery in 2015 brought an ancient meditative phenomenon into the global spotlight. A monk, preserved in the lotus position, was found, believed to be around 200 years old. This was not a case of deliberate mummification in the style of Luang Po Dang, but rather a state that practitioners of Tibetan Buddhism refer to as tukdam. This rare and profound meditative state is said to occur when a highly realized meditator passes away while absorbed in deep meditation. The monk, identified as Sanjab, was found remarkably preserved, his body showing little sign of decay despite the passage of 2 centuries. Experts and senior Buddhist figures who examined him suggested that he was not merely dead in the conventional sense, but was in this deep, post-mortem meditative state. The Unbroken Chain, Galwa Kappa's reincarnations. In the rich tapestry of Tibetan Buddhism, the concept of reincarnation or tulku plays a pivotal role, particularly in the continuity of spiritual leadership and the transmission of wisdom. The Galwa Kappa lineage, though perhaps a more generalized representation here for a specific lineage like the Karmapas or Dalai Lamas, exemplifies this tradition of recognized reincarnate masters. These are individuals believed to be the rebirths of enlightened beings who choose to return to the world, out of compassion, to guide others on the path to liberation. The identification of a new tulku, such as a new Galwa Kappa, is a meticulous and often lengthy process guided by prophecies, sacred signs, and divinatory methods. When a high lama passes away, disciples may look for specific instructions left by the predecessor regarding their future rebirth. Solitude's embrace, the ascetic of Rangun Monastery. High amidst the desolate frozen peaks, far from any semblance of settlement, lies the almost mythical Rangun Monastery, a place spoken of in hushed tones by those who know of its existence. Here, in conditions of unimaginable extremity, dwells a nameless monk, an ascetic who has chosen a life of profound isolation and intense spiritual practice. This is not the communal monasticism found in more accessible regions, but a solitary vigil, a direct confrontation with the raw power of nature and the deepest recesses of the human psyche. The environment itself is a formidable adversary. Temperatures plummet to life-threatening lows, winds howl with relentless fury, and the very air is thin, making every breath a conscious effort. The Desert Father, Anthony's enduring legacy. Our final journey takes us to the arid deserts of Egypt, to the very dawn of Christian monasticism, and to a figure whose life became a blueprint for countless seekers, Saint Anthony the Great. Living in the 3rd and 4th centuries, Anthony was born into a wealthy family, but at a young age, inspired by the words of the Gospel, he renounced his inheritance and worldly life to pursue a path of solitary asceticism. He initially sought solitude near his village, but his desire for deeper communion with God led him further and further into the harsh, unforgiving desert. Anthony's life in the desert was one of extreme austerity, prayer, and spiritual warfare. The sayings of the Desert Fathers recount his struggles with demonic temptations, which he overcame through unwavering faith and rigorous self-discipline. Reflections on the Path. As our exploration of monks' living legends draws to a close, we are left with a profound sense of awe. Each story illuminates a unique facet of human devotion and resilience. The dedication of these monks serves as a powerful reminder of the untapped potential within the human spirit. Thank you for watching Monks Living Legends. Please like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories from around the world.